Valentine's Day is just around the corner, but instead of overwhelming your inbox with deals on flowers, chocolates, and dinner, some companies are taking a step back. Joining us now to talk about this shift is Karen Leland. She is a brand and marketing strategist and author of The Brand Mapping Strategy. Karen, good to have you with us. So every holiday, we are used to getting slammed with ads and emails, and many of us still probably are. But why are some companies pulling back for Valentine's Day?
Well, I think there's two things. There's the big picture, which is that in the last 50 years, we've gone from getting 500 ads a day to 5,000 a day. So one, people are overwhelmed with ads. And so to cut through that noise really takes something special. But with Valentine's Day in particular, what we're really facing is a situation where a lot less people are celebrating it. The latest research shows that about only 52% of Americans plan on celebrating Valentine's Day this year. That's way down. And part of that is, think about it. We've gone through a really tough time. A lot of people have lost people to COVID. The divorce rate is still really high. So for a lot of people, Valentine's Day doesn't represent this sense of love and belonging. It represents depression and anxiety. And I think companies are starting to realize that they have to be a lot more sensitive to their individual consumer. And I think that's the reason around this campaign to give people the chance to opt out of advertising for Valentine's Day and other holidays, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Those can be sensitive subjects for some people. Do you think this trend is extending to those as well?
Absolutely. You know, I whenever Father's Day comes around and I get bombarded with these ads, of course, I think about my dad who passed, and it's sad. It's just sort of reinforcing that. And so I think what you're finding is there's this general trend in marketing called thoughtful marketing, which is where companies are becoming a lot more thoughtful and empathetic about how the individual consumer is responding to certain ads. And so I think you're going to see about 150 companies have joined this movement so far for these ads to allow people to opt out for holidays. I think what you're going to find is that trend's going to grow, and more companies will give people as individuals the choice to say yes or no to major holiday advertising.
So with this trend toward thoughtful marketing rather than just overloading people with promotions and deals, what else do you expect to see maybe change down the line? How are companies going to adapt their messaging?
It's interesting because there's two major trends right now. One is thoughtful marketing, but the other is really sincerity. And the sincerity has to do with trust. If you look at the recent survey that came out from the Edelman Trust Survey, 58% of consumers said that their decision to purchase a brand or advocate for a brand was based on the brand's beliefs and their expression of those beliefs, right? So we have this saying in writing, which is show, don't tell. So companies all the time say, we care about you, we love you, we're interested in you. But when you show it by your actions, you then have a much more powerful message. And I think what we're going to see is companies starting to realize that their sincerity isn't a matter of what they say. We're talking about Valentine's Day. It isn't saying I love you, it's show me how you love me, right? So it's companies really showing consumers by little things, such as giving them the chance to opt out of ads.
Karen Leland, this was fascinating. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you.